it's lovely to finally meet you and welcome you as Amplifon's medical advisor.
It's a pleasure to be with you.
We'd like to spend a bit of time, if that's okay, getting to know a little bit about you and about your medical background.
You can do that.
So, did you always want to be a doctor?
Define always.
Oh, interesting.
Until the age of 8, I didn't. But I have wanted not just to be a doctor, but to be a GP since I was 8 years old. So when I was about 8, the GP came to our house to see my dad. He gave my dad an injection, and you're not going to believe this in these days of health and safety. I was so fascinated, he was so good with me, and I showed such an interest that afterwards he gave me the needle and syringe to play with.
Wow.
I know. I was
that is
8.
something different.
So I kept the needle really carefully stuck into a sherry cork, and every night I used to inject my teddy bear with Ribena, and he got straw rot. But ever since then, I'd never wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a GP because I wanted to do what he did. I wanted to make people better and to be able to have that much of a positive influence on people's lives. And interestingly, when I went for my interview I was a bit swotty. I got a scholarship to Cambridge when I was 16, and I went to my interview, and our careers advisor at school called me in, and I'd never met him before because everyone knew I wanted to be a GP. I was Sarah, who was going to be a doctor. And he said, look, I'm just going to give you some advice. And I said, but you know what I want to do. And he said, yes, but when you get there, be yourself, but don't tell them you want to be a GP. That was because in those days there was a real sense that GPs weren't kind of quite on the same level as consultants. These days, of course, what we've seen is that actually GPs are the last great generalists. We are the people who probably use our clinical knowledge more than anyone else because we don't have all the tests at our fingertips. We can't do a whole body scan for every patient who comes in. So actually, if anything, the point I make, and I've been training other GPs for 25 years, and the point I always make to them is, as GPs, we're the ones who use our clinical skills. We're the ones who find out what's going on in the patient's life.